Welcome to our workshop. Now, the project that we're going to be working on over the next little while is my son's Polaris RZR. We're going to be doing some modifications to this, to the body, and we'll be doing a new exhaust system and also a new cylinder head. My son will go over that part of it with you. That's his baby. And I'll show you a few things on the body here that we're modifying, and just to make it a little better, show you some tricks on how to get the body panels off and save the clips. Now, the problem we ran into when we started taking the body panels off of this machine is that there was so much mud inside the body panel that's basically locked in there. It flows in as a liquid and solidifies like almost concrete. And we took the panels off and cleaned that all out. 9.5 pounds we took out of here, if you can believe it, out of each side, out of both sides. So what we're going to do right now is take these body panels off the side. They're traditionally like a rocker panel on a car, and show you how to take the clips off and save the clips. Here are the little clips right here. Take my glove off because they're black as well. Okay, and they're a two-part clip. They have a pin inside that goes into a plastic grommet. And the grommet itself squeezes out to hold the panel in place, and the pin is what squeezes that out. So you want to try and save these when you're taking your body panels off. These are expensive, and there's a lot of them, so I'll show you how to take those out. Now, here are the little pins that hold the body side panels on, and you could just go right ahead and pry these out with a screwdriver and bust them all, but I want to show you how I take them out and save them. You can use a screwdriver, or you can use a nail puller, body puller tool, but a screwdriver works just fine, and a little pair of needle nose pliers. So we'll just go ahead and show you how to do this. Get under the little pin. You can see right here between the, looks like a washer underneath. Get underneath that, give it a little pry up. Go around gently on all sides. You'll see the pins coming out slowly, and you get to a point where it's released that clip mechanism inside, and you simply pull it out and then take out the inside like so, and fit it back together. There you go, a perfectly good pin, and it's ready to go back in and expand just like that. Now, when you want to replace your body panel, want to put your pin back in again, simply the pin has to be in that configuration with the nail portion sticking out. Simply slide it in, line up the holes, push it right down with the washer, and you'll hear it click. Listen. That's it, locked in place. The other modification we would like to do as well is we have to try and build some sort of protection. This is our fuel tank right here. It's a plastic, it's a tough, rugged tank, but the way this wheel throws rocks at this, it's totally exposed to stones, sticks, branches. It's only a matter of time before something gets thrown through this thing or jammed into it. So we want to build a stone guard that'll protect this fuel tank. And what we're going to do is put in a piece of metal from the bottom right up through the frame here and in behind. Now, we're going to have to do this by putting it in from the inside of the vehicle and we'll just show you the metal that we've cut out and how we're going to do this. Okay, we've got our metal cut out, and what we used here, this is just a piece of galvanized metal, and actually it's the back off a dryer. You can see the opening here for some of the cords and so on. And what we did, it was actually mounted like so. We cut this section off. That's to fit up inside here. Painted it flat black. It's nice galvanized metal, so it won't rust, but just wanted to get it all one color, and we're going to put that in. But that has to go in and be fastened from the back side and a little bit along the front. Now there is some preparation you have to do on the inside of the vehicle behind the passenger seat, and I'll show you that right now. Okay, we've got the seats out, and there's a panel here behind the passenger seat that you have to remove. Now I've got all the studs out of it and screws, and this is the panel right here, and you have to lift that off. It hooks around the fuel cap down here, and it's a bit of a nuisance to get off, but I had it off before, and there you go. So now we're looking down at the top of the fuel tank, and here's this gap, this space in here where the back of the tank is, and this is the area you want to protect. This fuel tank does protrude just slightly outside the frame here, so the metal is going to have to be bent just slightly here, and puts a bit of pressure on the tank. So one other precaution I'm going to do is I've cut a piece of rubber inner tube here. Nothing fancy, you can use whatever you got, and I'm going to put this in so it protects and gives a little rubber buffer against the tank there. It's not going to wear on the metal. Now, and then the metal will slide in like so and be fitted up with that rubber in between now, and the metal will get pulled in and take a shape and be fastened along here into the frame on this side, and on the back side of this post from inside behind the seat it'll be fastened there. And then we'll have some armor protection for our tank. As I mentioned earlier, this tank has a bit of curve to it, so I'm going to have to shape the metal around and kind of force it into alignment. But I'm going to slide my rubber matting in behind here to protect the tank. Oh, I don't think there's any need to fasten that rubber in there because it is securely pinched by that metal. If you take this off, it'll fall out obviously, but I don't plan on taking it off. So here I'm just using a couple of clamps to cinch in the metal before I drill and fasten it permanently. Here I'm just using a self-tapping screw. There you are, that fastens that. The reason I'm pre-drilling is the frame is quite hard and I don't want the screws to snap off. It's just pulling that in nicely. Let's get one more at the bottom, and we're pretty well buttoned up. A few more screws. There we are. Got a nice solid body panel in there to protect our tank in behind. One modification that a little bit squirrely the way you have to cut it and cut a pattern and use whatever metal you can. You could have used a lighter metal in this, maybe a piece sheet of aluminum or something, but anything that protects that tank is good insurance. Now here's a view of our rock guard for our fuel tank from the inside. Now this is behind the passenger seat. You can see here my rubber protector coming up between the metal and the tank. Now after I got this assembled, I just had some reservation as to the problems that might arise from rocks getting down in behind the rubber seal, between the rubber seal and the tank. So what I've done is I've cleaned this off with a wash, and I'm going to contact cement this down tight onto the tank so that no debris can get down between the two. Okay, I've got both the tank and the rubber protecting shield here sprayed with contact cement. We're just going to fit them into place and make sure that we get a good tight seal, keep any rocks, debris and sand out of this area. There, that worked very well to put that protector and bond it down, as you can see here. There we are. There's the rock guard from behind the seat. With rubber that's been tacked down, and here we go. We're fairly confident now that we've got good protection on our tank, and our new little piece here goes in behind the seat, and that just hides everything.